Welcome back. The Quincy Animal Shelter is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year with a bunch of different events coming up. But before we talk about any of that, there's been a major transition at the helm. Kip Burke and Sandra Sines are here to tell us all about it. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Happy 25th.
Thank
the
you.
Shelter, my gosh. But we've got a beer festival to talk about. We've got a golf tournament. We have a microchip clinic. Before any of that, little birdie Kit tells me that you're retiring.
I did retire as the shelter director.
Wow.
Which I think is fine for everyone. But I'm still on the board of directors.
Sure.
I'm going to be chairing the craft fair in the fall, which is November. I probably talk to Sandra every day, just about. So
Sure.
I don't really feel retired yet.
Right.
But I think the organization has positioned itself very well for our going forward, from this point.
Yeah.
Nuance.
Now, you have been with the shelter almost from day one, right?
24 years
Wow.
for me,
Yeah.
but I'm behind Sandra and a couple of others that are 25.
That's
so
incredible.
I-
You've been director that whole time?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I started for a very short time as a volunteer.
Yeah.
Then I was asked to take over the board of directors. I did that for far too long. No one should be a board director that long. And then in 2013, I resigned from the board and applied for the director's position, and the rest is history.
Oh, all right. Okay. But you're still going to be involved.
Yes, I am.
Probably
You
more
can't
than
do
ever.
something like that you're passionate about
Yeah.
for 24 years and then just close the door.
Right,
At least
right.
I can't. So
So why do you feel the need for a transition at the shelter?
I think that. Do you want to speak about?
No, you
going
go
up
right
Forest
ahead.
Street? So
I'll ask you too, Sandra.
Okay.
I think that things. We're very busy.
Yeah.
Sandra can speak about the industry, but we expect to be in Quarry Street by spring of next year.
Fingers crossed.
No, I think it's really going to
Okay,
happen this
all right.
time. And I mean, Broad Street was about 2,600 square feet.
Right.
The facility we're in now is just over 4,000.
Wow.
Quarry Street's 12.
Okay.
And it's not just us, it's the police canine unit and it's animal control. But you got to have everything in order.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just pop your head and see everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's been an increase for sure in terms of animals coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And since COVID, prices and whatnot on veterinary care and whatnot have really skyrocketed for varied reasons. But people need more help, and so a lot of our attention, more attention than previously, has been given to trying to work with people in the public. If they love their animal and they want to keep the animal, it's better for everyone if we can assist in a small way to make that happen. To
Yeah.
keep, instead of them surrendering the
Oh, I
animal.
see. Okay.
So-
So you probably were seeing a lot more of that, right, because of costs.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, better than just abandoning the animal. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I know
Absolutely.
that happens sometimes as well. Or they would just abandon it at your front door over on Broad Street without any information whatsoever about
Yeah, well,
the
I mean,
animal.
we just had a dog recently come in that was found tied to a fence in Hausneck or Germantown or somewhere down there. I mean, that's not helpful.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
For the dog or the potential new family for that animal too,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
it's so much better if people find themselves caught in a tough spot to give us a call so that we can at least get information. The animal's name, the
Right.
age, what vet did they use?
Right.
What is there something going on with the animal?
Yeah.
Surrenders happen.
No judgment, right? Judgment free.
No,
Yeah.
because I like to tell folks, we never anticipate the changes that we may find in our lives.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And, it's just better all around if they partner with us. And I get that people can be embarrassed, but no need.
Right, yeah. So Sandra, I guess congratulations are in order, first of all.
Thank you.
Being named executive director. So 25 years
Yes.
at the shelter and going strong. How did you first get involved?
I first got involved in June of 1999 at a fundraiser put on by Christy Hendrickson at Ciro's Restaurant.
Sure.
That was the very first fundraiser we had, and as some people may know, Christy is really the founder of the Quincy Animal Shelter, and I came across a very interesting story that was printed in the Patriot Ledger back in 1998 that is just so heartwarming, and I won't go into all the details
Okay.
because it's long, but there was 11 dogs that were coined the Unlucky 11 that Christy, as a private citizen, took it upon herself to pay for all of their vet care. She worked with Emerson Animal Hospital that's now in Dorchester. They used to be in North Quincy. But that was the springboard for how the shelter started. You
Yeah.
know, she saw these animals that were at the old shelter, or the dog pound, as it were, and that inspired her to contact Mayor Sheets at the time and Don Convoy, and you know, the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah.
So I actually started as a volunteer in August of 1999, and the quickest place I ever got a ton of promotions. So I was the canine manager, the adoption manager. I was one of the original co-directors. These were all volunteer roles, but
Certainly,
I
yeah.
eventually became the full-time volunteer shelter director until about, I don't know, 2012.
Okay.
Off and on,
Yeah.
you know, changed roles a few times, but and then I became board president in 2019, and with Kit deciding to retire and I was getting ready to leave my full-time insurance job, it all worked out perfectly.
Sure, yeah.
And the whole reason for me to be in this role now is, number one, I've done it before, so I didn't really need too much training. I mean, she's got so much in her brain. You know, we kind of complement each other because
Right,
there's things
yeah.
that I'm good at, things that she's good at. So it's been a really good transition.
Yes.
But my goal is to bring on the people who are going to carry us into the next 25 years.
You're really
you know,
growing,
and
right? Yeah.
sadly, that probably won't be us.
Right.
But there are a whole lot of really dedicated people out there who love animals, and we want to bring them aboard now so that we can start fresh in Quarry Street.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Not only
Yeah.
is the organization
Yes.
growing, but the actual physical facility
Right,
will be
right.
growing once the new center is completed.
Right,
Yeah.
so
well, congratulations
thank
on,
you.
on that. First
Yeah,
of
it's
all.
a dream. It's a dream come true. I used to say that to her all the time. You have the best job in the whole world.
Yeah.
And she would grimace sometimes. It's tough. It's not an easy job by,
Well, it's a
by
labor
any
of love,
stretch.
for
right,
sure.
it really is.
But
Yeah.
so you'll be expanding paid staff then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so as of right now, myself and a woman by the name of Donna Knaber is our director of operations, and we're adding a director of intake and admissions, which is a very key role for us, full-time job. And then we also have 2 part-time employees. We have a medical manager and an IT manager.
Okay, wow.
So, because you know, the medical is a really big piece of
course.
what we do, but also, if you ever told me 25 years ago that IT and social media and all of that would be so important to our existence, I would have, you know, I had a pager when we started.
No, nobody
so-
could have
Right.
foreseen that. Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
you know, it's a really key role.
Certainly. So will this mean expanded hours of operation at the
Yes.
shelter? Really?
Yeah, once we
Okay.
get the director of intake and adoption in place, we will definitely be open to the public more.
Right, and
Yeah.
more adoption hours too,
Yes,
right? So-
yeah.
Which I know is key
Yeah.
to grow. How is the new shelter on Quarry Street coming along?
So what we hear is that construction should be complete in December, January
Okay.
timeframe, and then hopefully occupancy in the spring of 2025.
Okay.
So You know,
right.
we're looking forward to a grand opening.
Yes.
You know, hopefully in March or April.
Ribbon cutting and
Yeah.
you know all the
Yeah.
folderol that goes with it.
Yeah.
It's only been 10 years, so
Right, right.
you have plenty of
right.
time to prepare.
Right.
How's the dog park across the way being utilized? Is that active now?
It's literally right across the
No, I
street.
know, I
Right.
know,
So, I mean, you know, we hear that there is a space. So the new shelter is going to have a roof top.
Grass roof.
Green
Grass,
roof.
green
Yeah.
roof,
Green
right.
roof, yeah.
Green
And I
roof.
think, I haven't seen it, you know, up, you know, obviously it's not complete yet, but I
Right.
guess there's like an area where people can walk over to the shelter from the dog park.
Okay.
And so, you know, we'll definitely be right there. And hopefully, if there are people at the dog park who are looking to add a pet, you know, it's convenient for them.
Right, exactly. And you will also have still animal control from the police department at the new shelter as well?
Animal control
Yeah.
and the police canine unit.
Oh, and the canine
Which
unit
I think,
also,
Right.
yeah.
you know, it makes sense from the perspective
for
that,
sure, yeah.
you know, the type of flooring you need for animals applies to them as well.
Certainly,
and
yeah.
from a safety perspective, I mean, I like that for volunteers, even in the evening. It's going to be a 24-hour police presence.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
That
Not
matters.
that we can't go visit them, but they could come over
Right.
and visit us.
If
But
in the need, yeah.
I think that Lieutenant Gillen has been very supportive of the shelter. He heads up the canine
Yep.
unit, among other things.
Yep.
And he has always been very pro QAS and
That's great.
helping any way he can. So that's been great.
Excellent, yeah.
Hmm.
The temporary location you're at now is West Quantum Street, right, behind
Yes.
the Kennedy Center. So,
Yes.
and that seems to have been a good stopgap, right?
It's like the Taj Mahal compared to where we were.
Yes, yeah.
Just available light. And it's not the big things, you know.
No, I meant
But-
that the break room was like a big deal. I remember when you first got there.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
you know, the fact that you could go to the bathroom and not have your knees hit the towels. I mean, come
It
on.
really is the little things.
right.
It is the little thing.
Yes.
No, I think it's been good for the animals. It's definitely been great for the volunteers. It's
Sure.
more, it just creates a better feeling than. I mean, we did the best we could.
Of course,
And
yeah.
we did a lot with Broad Street,
Yeah.
but, you know, anyone that's there, no one will ever tell you it was a show
It
place.
wasn't ideal.
No.
It wasn't ideal, right, for the animals or the volunteers that
Exactly.
were working there. A couple of big events coming up, Sandra, we should talk about. First of all, a beer garden, and then a golf tournament.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
want me to talk
Yeah.
about? So, a couple of volunteers last year found out about. Can I borrow your flyer?
Oh, sorry.
So it's in Braintree.
Yeah.
It is on the. I understand it's like at the sheriff's grounds once the summer camp is over.
Yep.
But it's called the Braintree Beer Garden.
Oh,
and
okay.
we did it last year for the first
Oh,
time,
it's the second annual, yeah.
and it was so much fun.
No kidding.
It was a huge success, even though it was drizzly. There's a cornhole tournament
Fun.
that is optional, but you know, there's people that do that.
Yeah.
We had some vendors there and raffle prizes. So many people came with their dogs. I mean, it was just a
Great big open space. It's
yes,
perfect. Yeah.
and it was just like I don't know, a feel-good,
Yeah.
family-friendly event.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, yes, people could buy beer, but that really wasn't the focus
Sure.
of everything.
Yeah.
And we had a great day. So the same volunteers are doing it again, and it's going to be the 12th of October, which is Columbus Day weekend.
Okay.
Hope people will mark their calendars because it just was just a fun, easy event. You know, and there's no admission unless you're entered into the cornhole tournament.
okay.
So
Okay.
it's just easy.
Just a fun afternoon
Yep,
out. It's
exactly.
the old respiratory hospital for folks who might not be aware of where it is up in the Braintree Highlands. Us old folks like that know that.
All right.
But it's a great big open space. So bring young kids. They can let them run wild. And of course, bring your dogs on leashes, right? And
Right.
have some fun with that as well. There's going to be beer trucks, live music, raffles and prizes, and of course, dogs.
That's right.
All right. And after that, still in October,
Yeah.
have you ever had a golf tournament before?
Yes, we have.
You have? Okay.
So I believe it was either maybe 2000.
Oh, it's been a while
We
then.
had a golf
Okay.
tournament that was put on by Bill Shea of Bill Shea's Corian Countertops.
Sure, yeah.
He was a former board member,
Oh.
and that was the only other golf tournament we've ever had.
Okay.
We were very grateful for him for running that one, and we have decided to try it again
Yeah.
24 plus years later. And this is our premier event of the year.
Oh,
So this is our major fundraiser.
okay.
You know, we chose Granite Links because it's the premier golf course in Quincy, and I guess around the region. They've been very helpful to us in trying to put this all together. We're looking for two things right now: sponsors. We have a variety of sponsorship opportunities. You know, gold paw, silver paw, bronze paw.
That's fun.
Whole
Yeah.
sponsors, you name it. We're
Okay.
also looking for raffle prize donations and golfers, of course. So
Sure.
if you are any level golfer, and especially if you want to experience playing Granite Links, we've been told that $200 entry fee is a really big bargain for what you're going to get. You're going to get a full day of golf, and then, chances to win prizes, depending on your golfing ability, and then also a dinner and a swag bag, T-shirt, and the raffle and silent auction at
Sure,
the end. So
sure.
it's a full day event,
Yep.
and we're really hoping that we'll get a lot of golfers to join. If you are a Gold Paw sponsor, you will get a foursome included
Oh, all right.
in your sponsorship. So we encourage everyone to go on our website, quincyanimalshelter.org. There's a direct link to it's charity golf tournament event. So every bit of information you need about the day is on that page.
Okay. And again, that's Monday, October 21st at 11
Yeah.
a.m. There's tee-off
Yeah,
time.
so it's we're really looking forward to it, and we're praying for excellent weather.
Certainly, yeah.
So
So,
yeah.
okay, good. So these are two big events that are coming
Yes.
up for sure.
Yes.
And then I know, Kate, you wanted to talk a little bit about a microchip event.
Yep, we have had a great opportunity. Subaru vehicles, they every year in October run a support nationally for animals and shelters and whatnot. A lot of people are familiar with their golden retriever Subaru ads where it looks like the dog's driving the car. I mean, they're just fun.
Okay.
But they've been doing it for quite a few years now, and they give us $100
Yes.
for every adoption during the month of October.
Okay, all right.
And then the past few years, Mr. Quirk has matched that, so it's
see.
been really wonderful for us. But this year we were able to apply for and receive a grant from Subaru, and we're big believers in microchipping, cats and dogs at least. There's just so many times that an animal comes in you don't know anything about, you don't know where to begin, and man, if that animal is chipped, you have a real opportunity.
Certainly.
The other piece is that sometimes people chip their animals, but they don't register the chips,
Oh,
and that's painful. So we're looking to work with Subaru. Mr. Quirk has said that we can do it at Subaru. It's probably Braintree, I think, is where
Yes.
Subaru's. Tentative date is October 6th.
okay.
And it will be a free microchip clinic.
Wow.
People need to have their animals up to date on rabies, but beyond that, our plan is that we will chip the animals and then register the chips at no cost to the
Excellent.
participants.
That's a-
And
a great
if
service,
people have put it off, or if they've been financially restricted or whatever, jot the date down because this will be a great opportunity to get your animals checked.
Okay, there's a lot going on in October. 3 big events actually
Yep.
will be happening in it, and more to follow, I'm sure. You mentioned the craft fair.
Yep,
That's always a big
Saturday
event.
before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and then of course adoptions all the time as well, right? Thank you so much. I wish you the best. Sandra,
Thank you. Thanks for
congratulations.
having us.
Kit, I know that you will not be far off from the shelter,
No.
I'm sure.
No. I have her on a short leash.
And on speed dial, I'm sure, right?
Wrong. Electric zap collar.
Good to talk to you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
Thank you
so
for having
much.
You're
us.
welcome. A pleasure.
Thank you.